and welcome back to Finance Square. I hope that this market is not discouraging you from doing some research and seeing what is the next big project. Now, as always, I love to research and understand where the VC are investing and in what sector they're investing, obviously in what project they feel very comfortable. And from that, that's where I actually do my research. So as you know, in 90.99% of the cases, all the projects are backed by VC and exchanges and different companies. So if we're able to track where those big companies and those venture capital are investing, and if you feel that this project are investing is a good opportunity, you're gonna follow this project, join the Discord, join the weekly or the quarterly YouTube's all hands meeting that they have, and when they do go live and they get listed, you obviously will be able to be one of the first person to buy. Now, one of the main reasons I'm actually really I'm pushing and I'm doing this is because project like StepN. Now, StepN went within less than a month and a half from 0.15 cent to $4. This is a 26 time return, meaning if you just have done the research, has understood that this has been backed by multiple venture capital, and you're very fond of what they're trying to do, you could have just invested, let's just say, $1,000 and you could have made $26,000. Now, this will not be the case for every project is backed by venture capital. Now, I'm working behind the scene for a way for you guys to have access to a dashboard where we'll enable you to track and follow those venture capital and those company, and based on that obviously to stay more in the loop and to make sure you don't guys miss an opportunity. Now, this video will be one of the many series, one of the many videos where I'm going to be covering the top venture crypto capital investment and portfolio over the last week or two. So we're going to start first by Sender. So Sender, basically they created like a wallet based on Near protocol, and they were backed by Binance Lab. Now, another project that was backed by Binance Lab, if I'm not mistaken, is StepN. Obviously, you can see it was created on Binance Smart Chain, for example. So it's always good to see where exchanges and different VC are investing. And obviously, if you're very bullish on Near blockchain, obviously looking at investing in other projects that are trying to create more and more alternative and wallet will make sense. So this is a Sender. So obviously they're creating a wallet. You can obviously swap and also stake and get up to 10% a year. Obviously at some point I'm assuming they're also gonna have NFT based on near blockchain protocol, and these are their current partner. Now, the next one I actually really want to go over and talk about is that Near protocol. So Near protocol, I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, has raised $350 million from FTX. Now, whenever you have a company like FTX that puts such a big amount of money, it's obviously something that I need to double check and triple check to make sure that I'm not missing on the next Solana, on the next Ethereum. So this is the reason why you always need to follow the money. If you follow the money, if you follow venture capital, you are dramatically increasing your chance of not missing out and always staying in the loop. All right. Now this was, and this here you can obviously see the staking ecosystem. Basically, the all-time high was $20. Now it's around, let's say, $11. So we are now at what, So say 42%, 43% drawdown from all-time high, and obviously there's a 10% interest or reward that you can get by going to near protocol. So if I were you guys, if you're really looking at near, I'll obviously do a little bit more research to understand how can this protocol grow, what is their roadmap for this year, next year. Are they going to be also offering NFT? Are they also going to be building on metaverse? All these things will help you to understand if near protocol has the potential to grow, and obviously if it grow, that should also reflect in the price. All right, so this is some of your homework you need to do. Okay, now let's go over another one. This is called Nomad. Robot Venture. I invested $22.4 million in them. So basically they're enabling you to provide a better cross chain. So basically cross chain will mean that you're able to deposit, let's say, in Ethereum, and then basically move your Ether to Bitcoin or any other blockchain, for example. So I think this is kind of interesting. Again, I don't think this will generate a lot of money. I'm also certain, or actually do have a token, but I'm certain that there hasn't been a cross-chain protocol, a company that generated a crazy return, but still, this might be one of those first one. Now, another one that I actually want you guys to check is the Kingdom. So the Kingdom has raised from Alameda Research $3.6 million. So obviously, as you can see here, they're all about, if I'm not mistaken, let's go over here. So they are trying to create NFT, gamify. So they're a gaming project company where they're trying to create creative NFT and gamify tokenomics for players. So I guess at some point they're gonna come out with a game or a specific NFT, and that will have potentially a token. So again, they have invested in the seed stage, which means they have invested in them because they have the experience from other sector, and Alameda Research felt that they have the chance to basically succeed. So I'll probably wait until they are at other stage, so maybe when they are at Series A or B, and obviously you can follow them on Twitter and Discord and also see what they're all about. Now, another one that I thought was kind of interesting is Decent Lab, which they raised money from Digital Currency Group. They raised $10 million. And I would describe them as sort of an accelerator company or platform where they actually want to bring more and more open protocol in the Web3 and metaverse, I'm assuming as well, to encourage people to build and to obviously grow this whole ecosystem. So I think it's kind of nice. Obviously, I don't see as individual why will I try to invest in this one, but if you are investing in multiple Web3 projects, it will definitely make sense to also invest in Decent Lab because you might have the next protocol that they create on open source that might enhance or improve or bring the mass for the other projects. So that's why it makes sense. Now, another one that we are looking at is Spruce. So Spruce has raised $34 million from Robot Venture at Series A. And basically, they're providing a toolkit for decentralized identity. So basically, I'm assuming instead of you using a Google Authenticator, they want you to authenticate authentication of NFT creator, and obviously to prevent frauds. So I'll describe it as a decentralized 2FA or decentralized Google Authenticator for this whole Web3 and NFT sector. That's how I look at it. Now let's look at another project. This is Venly. So Venly has raised 21 million Series A from Coinbase Venture. So basically, as you can see here, wallet and NFT product that seamlessly integrate with the blockchain project. So I think they are literally trying to the target audience are companies and enterprise or brand that actually trying to launch an NFT. They're providing like the whole package to enable them to go live in a faster and efficient way. So I think this is kind of cool, makes sense. Obviously, we have more and more brands that are going to the Web3 and NFT, for example. So this sort of investment make total sense. Now, another one that we're going to look at is Fungi Proof. Fungi Proof has raised from Cadenza Capit Management $1 million pre-seed. So basically, pre-seed is really, really high risk. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to simplify your search for the best NFT. So I guess they want to have sort of, I don't know, a better search engine for you to track and find the next successful NFT. I still don't know how to do it, but obviously they have different parameters. And here, for example, bot community, bad distribution, that will give them a ranking. In this case, they gave a D minus. And I guess they will try to, they have obviously other parameters that they'll look at. And based on that, they will give it a score. So here, basically, you have, they'll look at the contract, metadata, they have image, for example, they apparently have 2 issue found, energy, and that will give a scoring. And based on that, you can obviously have a better tools. You have you already have filtered some of the things that you probably didn't know, and that will probably help you to find or filter the very bad one, and also you can do more due diligence and based on that choose the right one. So this is kind of cool. I think this is probably been used by venture capital or a company are looking to invest in NFT. So obviously they want to have a more automated solution that can help them to crawl the whole website, and based on specific parameter, they will basically invest. Okay, so this I think it's kind of interesting. If you are have a company you want to invest in NFT, I think this can be kind of cool. And the next one we're going to look at is Sandstorm. So Sandstorm has raised from Fenbushi Capital $2.5 million. They're obviously trying to create, if you click here, we connect the world top brand with best metaverse builder. So if you are a brand and you want to have your footprint in the Web3 or in the metaverse, whatever you want to call it, you will probably will go to this marketplace and basically happy to connect with uh, metaverse builders, and basically I guess will be more like Fiverr-ish or Upwork, but specifically for people that are looking for something to be constructed on the metaverse. So I think this is the concept, which obviously it's kind of cool. And this obviously I hope they're able to attract the right builders, and they have the right builders, they obviously be able to attract the right clients, which makes sense. Now another one we're going to look at is Meanbase. Meanbase has raised from Coinbase Venture $7.5 million. Again, I want to remind you guys that Coinbase, I think was a month ago, has launched in the beta version an NFT marketplace. So it does make sense that are investing in NFT product or marketplace. So here, this Meanbase, basically you're able to mint, build, sell on your own smart contract. So this is obviously kind of cool. So you can obviously create your own NFT and decide on what contract, or sorry, on what smart contract, on what blockchain you want it to be to go live on. So here they have also Near, for example, and I guess they obviously have other blockchain. Now let's move on to this one. So this is for me the most exciting investment. Now we are looking at M Squared, which has raised from Digital Currency Group $150 million at $1 billion valuation. Now, I want guys to show you what this company is made of. So if you look here, you obviously can see that they have experience in creating gaming, where you have built in this case, they have like more than 1,000 player playing in the same space. Obviously, when we're looking at metaverse, we want to have either if it's related to games, we want to have game in this quality, which doesn't exist right now in the metaverse, for example, and obviously the capacity obviously to hold as many players in the same place at the same time without any delays. And this company has already proved themselves in the past, and this will obviously will be a game changer if they're able to create a game at this level in the metaverse. So I'm really excited about this project. Funny enough, they don't have a website, so that's why I'm showing these guys to you. Now let's go over the next one. So next one is looking at Ulimia, which raised from Alameda Research recently at a seed level. Now, I'm not able to find how much money they raised, but you have to take my word for it. They actually raised from Alameda Research. And the good thing is they already have a price on CoinMarketCap, the token called ILU. And based on CoinMarketCap, the current diluted market cap is around $72 million. The current token price is 0.07. And based on the roadmap, the game is supposed to go live around Q1. So if it's now $72 million, and let's say it's gonna be a modest success, they go from 72 million. Let's say we're gonna have now a bearish market, so from $72 million market cap, I'm gonna go to $30 million market cap. And if they're very good, let's say by also December, it's toward the end of the bearish market, and let's say by January, they already got more their audience, they grow their followers, their Twitter, Discord, and let's say things gonna start going up. And I think the best time to be looking at maybe buying this stock will be around Q4. All right, that will be that is the right time to maybe look at it. And looking at potential 10x return, so basically from $70 million to 700. If you compare it to other one that really explode, it can also reach maybe $2 billion. Now let's look at NF3. So NF3 has raised from CMS Holding $7.5 million at the seed level. So again, so they're still in the early stage. NF3, the first unified virtual identity network for Web3. So they want to obviously have a unified identity across all Web3. So yes, whenever you log into multiple websites, you have the option to log in with Google, Gmail, for example, Facebook, or LinkedIn, whatever. So I guess that's the aim, to enable all Web3 to use their solution to basically, whenever Web2 becomes very big, you obviously need to log in. Instead of you creating an account in each Web3, they're gonna have this solution where you create one and then you log in with their solution. So this is kind of exciting. I think they already have a token. I think the token is not yet live, but you can obviously read more about their tokenomics, staking, claim, and everything. So I think if you really think this can be very big, obviously stay tuned for this project. And let's look at Delta One. So Delta One, it's a DeFi marketplace. It has received from Alameda Research $9.1 million at the seed level. They are using different protocol or different strategic to generate you this return. Some of them obviously almost reached the cap. So let's look here at let's look at here farm, Sol, and USDC. So Sol stands for Solana. Should you be a farmer? User should okay. Should you be a farmer? User should supply USDC if they believe the volatility price fluctuation of Solana is less than the current average APR. You will receive by farming, which means impermanent loss is low relative to the profit from farming. It is important to know that impermanent loss increase based on higher price change, which make the farmer pseudo delta neutral. So obviously, this is another way for you to generate some additional rewards for if you have this sort of view on the market. Guys, we almost finished. We have also next one. We have Hedge, which has raised from Patera Capital $3.7 million. So never sell your Solana. So access your Solana value today without losing tomorrow upside. So apparently they're giving zero interest instant margin access. So this is obviously super interesting, flexible liquidity, and I think this product is most likely going to be used by institutional people who obviously have a lot of money. This is their pool, so obviously here you have the price of Solana, and I think they're trying to create more and more DeFi protocol based on Solana, which makes sense. So if you're big bullish on Solana, you have a lot of Solana, and you need to get some additional return on your Solana, this is probably one of the way for you guys to do it. So check them out. And the last one that we're going to be reviewing for this specific video is MetaLand. So MetaLand enable you to get a loan to grow your NFT business. So basically your NFT will generate yield even when they're being used as collateral. So from what I understood, so you obviously has a way to understand what is your NFT worth, and basically you move that NFT to their wallet or to their protocol, MetaLand protocol, and you can borrow up to 30% of the value in Ethereum. So let's say you bought ape at $500 at early stage, and now it's worth $1 million. You do not want to sell, but you need to borrow $10,000, for example. In this case, you use the protocol and you can borrow up to 30%, which is $300,000. And obviously, there is obviously a fee that they charge, the interest from what I can see here. You have, again, estimated monthly interest is 0.17, which means it's kind of low. We're looking at what, 2% a year. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So again, obviously do your research, check if this is safe and secure. And that's it for this episode. So I'm hoping to keep pushing and to keep doing these sort of videos. And I hope in one of those videos that I'm going to produce, you're going to find your gem. They're going to help you to increase your wealth. And that's it. Until next time. Bye bye.